am very pleased today that we have released our list of donors to the campaign. Over 1,300 names, 1,100 of which, if my math is right, are donors who have given under $100. As you know, the current campaign finance law in Alberta does not require you to divulge the names of any donors under $100, and it does not require you to divulge the name of any donors until 6 months after the election. This is a big problem. Before you vote, people deserve to know who gave you money. So I have run every campaign that I've ever run as though these new rules were in place. My campaigns have never been about the big money donors. They've been about engaging Calgarians where they live. And if you look at many of the other candidates in previous elections and now, you'll see 80, 90, 95% of their donors have come from the real estate and development industry. And in fact, my campaign in 2010 was the first in many years that actually reached out to everyday Calgarians and asked them to give, and I will continue to do that. So I'm reiterating today my stance on campaign finance reform. And I will be, if re-elected, even if not re-elected, I will be pushing hard for the provincial government to fix the gaping loopholes in this system. And so what I'm asking for are donation limits that are much lower than the current $20,000 per election cycle per donor, spending limits to take the big money out of councillor and mayor races, and I'm committing to not spend more than 65 cents per resident in this campaign. Timing limits, so it doesn't become a 4-year-long fundraising drive, that people can only fundraise within the year of the election. Much stricter rules around campaign surpluses. Win or lose, you should have to give up your surplus so that you're starting with a blank slate, just like any challenger would be. Any incumbent or someone who's run before should have to do the same thing. Better rules on third-party financing. We've seen a lot of shadowy third-party money in this election. Doesn't matter if it's $5,000 or $100,000. The point is, folks who are spending money to influence an election should be subject to the same disclosure rules as everyone else. And finally, of course, disclosure. I'm challenging every single candidate for every single office in this city to show us the names of the people who are donating to their campaign. If they can't do that simple act of transparency, then voters have every right to say, who are you really working for? And I'll go even further. I'll say, even if you love a candidate, if you love what they stand for, if you love their platform, if they refuse to release the list of names, don't vote for them, because you don't know who they're actually working for.